Good morning, everyone. Pastor Laura Kistart here with Pastor Ron Brown here at the First Congregational Church of Southington. We're going to share with you a worship preview, but first we're just going to take a moment to look back. What a joyful celebration we had this past Sunday as we celebrated our 300th anniversary in worship. We're so grateful to everyone who came out and just was here with us in this meeting house. What a joyful Sunday it was. And so we're so happy to be able to celebrate with everyone, as well as just last night as we had our 300th anniversary dinner at the AquaTurf again. Just a wonderful occasion to see so many happy faces and share so many memories of the church. So we are just really overflowing with gratitude today as we remember all of the wonderful celebrations that we've just had and looking forward to this upcoming Sunday.
And so that great celebration and vibrancy does lead us to this coming Sunday. We will continue to worship here. 2 worship services scheduled for this Sunday, 8 o'clock in the Barnes Memorial Chapel. That's our early worship. It's a quieter, shorter worship service. It will include a hymn, scripture, Pastor Laura's sermon, the sacrament of Holy Communion. And the early worship at 8 o'clock will be the only opportunity to receive communion this week, as we have a baptism at the later service. But if you're an early riser, you would like to receive communion, please join us in the chapel for the 8 o'clock early worship service this Sunday. And then at 10:15, our later worship service begins here in our historic meeting house. It's a very vibrant worship service filled with lots of wonderful music. Again, we will have a baptism during that service. Children will go to age-appropriate church school classes after the baptism on Sunday morning. We'll also hear scripture, Pastor Laura's sermon, and again, just have a wonderful time together to worship God. If you're not able to join us in person at 10:15, we do live stream that service, so you can join us online live as the service is happening, or anytime later as it will be archived there, so you can participate in worship whenever you.
So as Pastor Ron mentioned, I will be preaching this Sunday. My sermon title is Good News, Vitality in the Church. And this is based on our reading, which we'll share is from 1 Corinthians chapter 15. That section of scripture is talking about the resurrection, and particularly Paul is writing in this letter to the Corinthians about the resurrection of the body. And as I read that and think about how it is relevant to us today, I'm thinking about our church and that there is continually resurrection, there is new life in our church experience. And so I was just in Chicago last week with NGLI, the Next Generation Leadership Initiative, and through that program, which is sponsored by the pension boards, our focus, it was basically like an extended field trip. We got to go to a few different sites and things throughout Chicago, and we were looking for vitality both in the church and outside of the church, and how that might be relevant to our ministry. And so I want to share with the congregation some of my reflections from that trip to Chicago, and also some of the places where I see vitality in our congregation here in Southington, the ways that we are vital in this community.
So as we continue to kind of celebrate our celebration, we have one more event coming up that we want to invite you to. That is part of our 300th anniversary celebration. And that's coming up in just under 2 weeks on Sunday, May 19th, which is also Pentecost Sunday. So we will have a worship service, only one that Sunday, here in the meeting house at 10:15. Our guest preacher will be the Executive Conference Minister of the Southern New England Conference, the Reverend Darrell Goodwin. So we're very excited to welcome him to our community. But then in the afternoon from 1 to 4, we're going to have a huge community-wide block party. So there will be activities and events in the church parking lot, in the town parking lot next door, in Memorial Hall. There will be lots of food, including samples of our famous Apple Harvest Festival Apple Crisp. There will be activities for children. There will be music. We will have SOCA, Southington Community Cultural Arts. We'll have activities set up. The Barnes Museum will also be here. We just have so much going on, and we're just really looking forward to throwing this great party for the whole Southington community to celebrate our anniversary. So please mark your calendar, Sunday, May 19th from 1 to 4, right here at 37 Main Street for a huge celebration party.
And so we hope to see you either in person here on Sunday or connect with you throughout the week. God bless.
God bless.